welcome to Un Mundo Adentro Holistic Health. I'm Jessica Griffin, and I just want to kind of go through a flow today that helps to open up the neck, open up the back, and maybe even the heart a little bit, as well as you know, if any of our other muscles are tight, you know that goes down for the rest of our alignment, so our hips and things as well. So yeah, I just want to go ahead and get started. So you can start seated if you'd like. You could be in a chair here. We will eventually move down to the mat. So if you are in a chair, that's okay. Just if you're comfortable with it, be prepared to either make modifications or make your way down to the floor on the mat. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead. As you can see, I'm wearing what makes me comfortable. I'm a little cold in this space right now, so I do have my robe on, long sleeve shirts, some warm socks, and my pajama pants. So whatever you can find that is most comfortable for you, that's definitely where you should be, and what you should have on. Also, I do keep water close by if you want to have water or tea or whatever other drink that I guess helps you relax and maybe is a comfort for you. Go ahead and bring that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and start. So as you're seated, you could have your legs brought in together, crisscross applesauce or easy pose. You could have your legs extended out, or if you're sitting in a chair, just resting down on that chair, okay? All right, let's go ahead, let those seat bones plant into the mat. Close those eyes. Let the shoulders relax. Feel free to kind of wiggle them or move them a little bit just to kind of feel that relaxation there. Good. And then unclench the teeth. Let the tongue rest in the bottom of the mouth. Taking a few breaths. Good. Softening your forehead. You don't want to kind of pinch those eyebrows together. Just relax and let those muscles soften. Your hands can be resting on your knees or your thighs. All right, good. We're going to take a few breaths together. Let's do 4. We're going to bring them in through the nose and push them out through the mouth. And feel free to make a sound as you let that air out. Feel free to take up space and just release, okay? So let's go ahead, bring that air in through the nose, and as we do that, you could choose to breathe in through the lungs, up here in the ribs, or down here in the belly. If you want to work on your belly breathing, you can let your hands rest on that belly, okay? So as we inhale, we're bringing that air in, and then as we exhale, out through the mouth, right? Good. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. And once you've done those few deep breaths, bring yourself back to your natural rhythm of breathing. Bringing that air again in through the nose and back out through the nose or the mouth. Good. And while we are still, let's set an intention for our practice. Whether that's releasing anything that's no longer serving us, or Maybe welcoming in new energy, a new perspective, or maybe just pride in yourself for taking this time for you. Whatever it is, bring it to the front of the mind. Remember to keep breathing. Good. Let's go ahead and let that intention slowly sink to the back of our mind. Wonderful. And as we begin, let's go ahead and work our head around into some neck circles. So again, kind of going at your own rhythm, your own pace. You could do full circles. You could do half circles. You could even just hold your head in one position and breathe through. Whichever you choose. Again, remember to let that air flow, bringing it in through the nose, back out through the mouth or the nose. Good. Changing direction if you need to. Again, breathing. If you choose to take that chin closer to the chest, just remember to breathe through the back of the throat, almost like a big sigh. So you're bringing that air in, and as you let it out, and again, you don't have to do this in this moment. I'm just giving you some options. And if you choose to take your gaze to the ceiling, you can open the throat by kind of jutting out that bottom jaw toward the ceiling, almost into an underbite. Good. A few more circles, a few more breaths. Whenever you're ready, bringing it back to center. Good. Remembering the seat bones are planted, the hands are resting down, or they might even be palm up, whichever is most comfortable for you. Shoulders are relaxed and drawn down. The teeth are unclenched. The tongue is resting in the bottom of the mouth. The face is softened. Wonderful. And what we're going to work on now is our shoulders. like the tops of the shoulders into kind of the neck. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take, this is my right hand. It could be your left depending on mirror, whatever. Um, this is for you, the orientation. And I'm taking my right arm down toward my left hip. I'm keeping my body straight, bringing that right arm gently across, using that left hand to gently pull it down toward my left hip, and then just gently leaning my head to the left. Again, shoulders are not hunched up alongside the ears, they're down. And depending on your comfort, maybe tilting your head is not where you are today, and that doesn't give you a stretch, it causes you pain, then don't tilt that head, okay? But again, remember to breathe in through the nose, back out through the mouth or the nose. And maybe with each exhale, relaxing just a little bit more into the pose. Good. We're going to slowly bring ourselves back to center. Take a moment here. Check in with your body. Notice any sensations you might be feeling. Wonderful. Now we're going to take the other arm and do the same thing, okay? So my left arm to my right hip, gently pulling it down toward that hip with my right hand, and then tilting that head to the right side. I just caught myself holding my shoulder up. I don't need to do that. I can relax and let it release. Breathing. Relaxing. A few more breaths here. Wonderful. We're going to release, bring ourselves back to center. Once again, checking in with the body. What sensations are you feeling? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel or even notice a change from when we started, okay? Those are the things that you should be mindful of as you're breathing. Good. Now we're going to work into the shoulders once again, but in the back, almost near the kind of scapula or angel wings. So we're going to go ahead and inhale those arms out to the sides. Open that heart up, that heart chakra. Open it, open it. Good. And as you exhale, I'm bringing my right arm across. You can bring whichever arm you like. And I'm gently pulling, keeping that elbow as straight as I can. You might have a slight bend and that's okay, but we're just gently pulling that in. Now again, sometimes I notice myself, I'll keep my hands really rigid here. I don't have to do that. I can let them relax, and I'm just gently pulling that right arm into the body, opening, like I said, the back, opening the scapula. Breathing. Another thing for me, if you are sitting in easy pose, sometimes my feet fall asleep, so I have to, from time to time, extend those feet out in front of me, and that's okay. Yoga is about relaxing, finding your comfort where you're grounded, and if you're uncomfortable, that's not where you should be, okay? This yoga, I should say, not yoga in general, but this yoga is about coming back into the body and breathing. Good. So we're going to go ahead and inhale those arms back out. And as we exhale, we're bringing the opposite arm around. Again, gently wrapping that other arm underneath, pulling that arm into the upper body. Few more breaths here. Wonderful. We're going to go ahead and open those arms wide. Exhale. Bring those arms up alongside the ears. Excuse me. Good. From here, we're going to work into a side stretch. I'm going to take it to my left side first. So I'm going to inhale, prepare. And again, as I exhale, that left hand is resting on that floor. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. And I'm gently reaching over with my right arm. My right hip is planted, so if you ever feel yourself lifting or coming off the ground, that's not where you should be. We're keeping those hips planted, and we're just reaching over with that arm. Breathing through. Good. Let's go ahead and bring it back up to center. Inhale. Exhale. Take it to the other side. Again, remembering to breathe through. And let those shoulders relax. Good. Bringing it back up to center. And as we exhale, we're letting those arms float down. And I'm going to turn to demonstrate. We're going to bring those hands either right next to the hips or behind the hips to help open that heart, okay? So kind of a counter stretch a little bit. Well, no, not yet quite. But yeah, we're just opening that heart, lifting the chest, maybe even lifting the chin, and breathing. Good. We're going to go ahead and bring ourselves back to center. Good. Take a few breaths here. Check back in with your body. What are you feeling? What are you noticing? breathing. Good. From here, we're going to move into a twist. I like to start with gentle twists, and then as I move through the practice, get a little bit deeper into the twist. So we'll start with a gentle one right now. We're going to go ahead and inhale, prepare. As we exhale, I'm taking it to my right side. And again, I'm just twisting very gently. I did take my left hand to my right knee for a little bit of leverage, but I'm not twisting too far yet. Like I said, I'm going gentle, starting small so I can eventually get into a deeper twist. Few more breaths here. Wonderful. Let's bring ourselves back to center. When you're ready, inhale, prepare. Exhale, we're gently twisting to that other side. Again, shoulders are down and relaxed. We are sitting tall. Our chin is neutral. I did bring my right hand to my left knee for a little bit of leverage, but otherwise, a very gentle twist. Good, a few more breaths. Wonderful, let's bring it back to center. Good, so we've kind of done our back bend, opening that heart. Let's work into a fold this time. So again, you can be seated in a chair. You could be standing at this for this fold. I'm going to be seated with my feet extended out. And you know what? I will turn to the side to demonstrate. In our forward folds, anytime, whether you're standing or seated, you can have soft bent knees. You could even place a pillow or some kind of prop underneath these knees. And also, whenever we go to the fold, you can rest your hands on your thighs, your knees, or your shins. We do not have to reach for our ankles and toes to get the benefits of a forward fold. You meet yourself where you are today and go from there, okay? All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to start by finding our neutral position. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, we are gently folding forward. Again, letting your hands rest wherever that is, whether that's on your thighs, your knees, your shins. And you're just leaning forward until you feel a good stretch. Now, depending how you lead this forward fold, if you choose to lead this stretch with your heart, with your chest, you'll definitely feel more stretching in the backs of the legs. If you are rounding that neck, kind of bringing that chin closer to the chest as you fold, you're lengthening the spine, therefore stretching a lot more of the muscles up through the back. For me personally, I feel at the lower back and even at the tops of my glutes. Breathing. We've made ourselves small, so it's very tempting to hold our breath. Don't do it. Bring that air in through the nose and back out through the nose or the mouth. Good. We're going to go ahead and slowly round ourselves back up to center. Again, checking in with the body, letting those shoulders be drawn down, letting the jaw be unclenched, letting the face soften. Breathing through. Good. A few more breaths here. Good. So from here, I would like to do a cat-cow sequence. Now again, this can be done on all fours. This can be done in a chair or from a seated position. It could even be done standing as you use a chair for support. So I guess I can demonstrate all different ones right now. So first I'm going to start with on all fours. Again, remember to take your comfort in mind first. So if you need a blanket or a pillow or towel for your knees, feel free to bring that. I'm only turning sideways for demonstration purposes, so you stay however you're oriented on your mat. If you want to grab a drink during this transition time, you're more than welcome. Good. So once, this is what I call a tabletop position because it reminds me of a table with its four legs. Your knees are just under the hips. And if you have a blanket or a pillow, towel under the knees, that's okay. Your wrists are just under the shoulders. And you are in a neutral position here. I like to, well, it is best to relax your belly. So just kind of release that. Don't hold it in, don't keep it tight, just kind of let it relax toward the floor. And again, take a few breaths here. Find yourself in that neutral spine. Good. Now, again, I'm demonstrating this way, and then I can demonstrate the other two ways. So first, from here, as we inhale into cow, we are tilting our tailbone up to the ceiling, and we are taking our belly closer to the floor and bringing that gaze up to the ceiling as we inhale. As we exhale, we're rounding the back, tucking the hips forward, so tucking our hips forward this time. Rounding the back, tucking the chin closer to the chest, really pushing that floor away, opening the back as we exhale to cat, okay? So just a couple more breaths. So we're going to inhale into cow, exhale to cat, inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Good. Now to do it from a seated position, and again, you could be in a chair for this, you could be on the floor for this. It's all very simple, or not simple, similar movement. So as we inhale, we are, again, tilting that tailbone out, bringing our belly forward, our shoulders back, our gaze up as we inhale to cow. And then as we exhale, we are rounding the back, tucking those hips forward again. Forward. Maybe holding the knees or just reaching further away, letting that back open as we exhale to cat. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now, I did want to demonstrate with a chair. So here we are. Here's our chair. And you can be standing on the side of the chair, or the back of the chair, sorry, and you're using the back for support. And then you are leaning forward as you inhale to cow. You're, again, looking up to the ceiling, tilting that tailbone up to the ceiling. Inhale. And then as we exhale, you're rounding the back, tucking the chin forward to the chest, and tucking the hips forward as you exhale to cow. Cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So, yes, there are definitely different variations you can choose. Whichever is most effective for you, that's where you should be. Okay. Once we've done a few of those, go ahead and take a break. So whether you're seated, or whether you're just in kind of neutral spine here, just kind of resting in this position. Taking a few breaths. Good. And from here, I'm gonna demonstrate from the side, and then I'll demonstrate from the front. I like to sit back into child's pose, kind of as like a counter pose a little bit, or just a relaxation. So you sit back onto the shins as best you can. Again, if you need a proper pillow underneath the thighs here, you're more than welcome. Sitting back, and then again, I like to rest my head on my mat. However, I know that not everyone likes to do that. So if you have a blanket, a pillow, or even a yoga block, you can rest that here in front of you and let your head rest there. Your arms can rest here alongside the ears or down alongside the shins. Again, we've made ourselves small here, so we have to breathe. Bring that air in through the nose and back out through the nose or the mouth. To demonstrate from the front, depending on your comfort, if you are comfortable with your knees together and as you lie forward, it does cause a bit more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Contraction, I guess, of your body. So your belly is kind of really tucked in between the thighs. And sometimes that's not always comfortable for us. So if you need to widen those knees, you can do that. And then as you widen those knees, that gives that belly a little more space to expand. Again, use your props. If you need a pillow or something underneath the thighs, if you need a pillow for your head, use all the props that you can find. Give yourself that moment of relaxation. And put yourself first in this time. Because this time is you. It's all about you and what you need. Good. When you're ready, release that easy pose. So now we've kind of went through kind of our upper body, a little bit of our fold, a little bit of twists. Now that we've had a little more motion, I want to try to move in some more twists before we end our practice, okay? So, again, whether you're seated, in a chair, wherever you are, on the couch, we are going to find our center. So those seat bones are planted again, shoulders are relaxed down, hands are resting on the knees or open, whichever is more comfortable for you. Our jaw is unclenched. Our tongue is resting in the bottom of our mouth. Our forehead is softened. Our facial muscles are softened. I'm going to take my twist to the left side first, so I'm going to inhale, prepare. Exhale, gently twist to that left side. And again, I did bring my right hand to that left knee for a little more leverage. I am twisting a little bit deeper. Good breathing. Releasing. Wonderful. Bringing it back to center. When you're ready, inhale, prepare. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Good. We're going to bring ourselves back to center. And from here, we're going to work into another fold. So if you're comfortable extending the feet out again, or if you're in a chair, just kind of folding that body forward, you can do that. This fold is going to be, as for those who are comfortable lying on the mat, a lying fold. So I'm going to turn to the side to demonstrate. And what we do is we bring ourselves down onto the mat. I'm trying to make sure I'm still in frame. Okay, so we've got a tie-in or strap-in in each hand. Your knees as straight as what's comfortable for you, listening to your body. We are inhaling to prepare. As we exhale, we are gently pulling on those tie-ins or strap-ins, bringing those feet closer to the upper body. Now, what's important to remember with this is that our upper body is resting on the mat. Our shoulders, other than holding these, are kind of relaxed back. Our head is resting. Our upper back is resting. We're not straining or trying to really pull those feet as close as we can. We are just gently pulling until we feel a good stretch. And we're breathing in through the nose, back out through the nose or the mouth. Wonderful. Again, if you're in a forward seated fold or even a standing fold. Just keep that breath going. Wonderful. What we're going to do is we're going to release and just take a few breaths here. If you were in a seated fold, you're bringing yourself back up to neutral and just taking a few breaths. If you were in this lying fold, you could have your knees bent, letting your feet rest on the floor of the mat. If you were in a standing fold, you could come up to standing in a mountain pose or sit in a chair, whichever is most comfortable for you. And now I'd like to move into our final Savasana. So if you have some props that you would like to use, I just wanted to demonstrate another way to lie back and kind of, again, open the heart if that is something that you are desiring at this time. So if you have a bolster, you can set your blocks in your bolster like this. I do have to be careful because my bolster is not very big or long. It does kind of collapse sometimes. If you have a bolster, just be careful, again, not to let it collapse. Try to find that center, like right where your spine is, and then lying back into that. Like that. There you go. And you can let the arms rest on the sides. Let that heart be open. And again, if you're seated, just close those eyes and find your neutral. And breathe. If you don't have a bolster, but you do have one pillow or even a block, another variation or modification you can make is standing the block up on its side. Again, aligning it with the spine as best you can, and then resting back onto the block. The block isn't as comfortable as, say, a pillow or any other prop, but it is a good heart opener if that's what you're looking for. But okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lie back into our final Savasana. Again, while we're here, those shoulders are relaxed. The jaw is soft. Facial muscles are soft. And we're breathing. In this moment of stillness, maybe revisit your intention that you set at the beginning of practice. When you're ready to start bringing motion back to your body, feel free to wiggle your fingers and toes. You could roll to the side, take a few breaths. You could also bend the knees and let them rock from side to side. If you're seated, you could move into whatever is most comfortable for you. You could circle the head around again, maybe gentle twists. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope that you can take this with you today. Feel free to come back to this video if you need a kind of reminder of what works for you, or just to be able to find your center again, okay? I hope you enjoy your day.